Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CRMatics video session 160. So basically in today's video, we will understand about uh, the thing is that pipelines chart. So basically under pipelines chart, whatever different kind of subcharts which are there, we will go through that and we will understand one of the subcharts today, which is, the waterfall chart. So under the pipelines chart, you have few subcharts like, the waterfall chart, you have the stacked waterfall chart, then, you have the funnel chart, you have the origami and you have the Sankey. So out of this, we will just check what are the features which are available under the waterfall chart, and we will walk through them. And yeah, from next session onwards, maybe we can cover two subcharts of that. Okay. So firstly, going to Analytics Studio, and again we will deal with the same data set. That's fine. And here, very quickly, I will just move to the waterfall chart. And once I come to the waterfall chart, now this is the first thing to notice. As you can see, to display the waterfall, you need this kind of things. Okay. So of course, I will just make a note of this in my notepad the way I've been doing till now. So here, as you can see, it's saying to display waterfall, you need one field for bars and one field for bar length. So this is something you definitely need. One field for bar and one field for bar length. Now, what I am going to do is probably here, I can just take the stage into consideration. Okay. So I definitely have one bar length and one bars. And as you can see, this is how it's being shown up. Okay. So you have all the stages. So you have the closed loss, closed one. Okay. And finally, you have the end. So that's how it continues. Like this is basically nothing but the total, if you see. Fine. So this is how this whole thing continues with the waterfall. Now, as you can see, it's more like a pipeline. Like it shows how the, of course, in pipelines you can like in the pipelines you can have different variations. You can walk through them. But as of now, this is how the waterfall looks like. Very of the where some numbers are getting mapped, and on top of that, it's showing how the numbers are. So, for example, we have 119 over here, and after 119, you are mapping the 398, and after that, this is how it's going forward. Okay. So here, of course, I think the stage is there in ascending order. That's why you see it in this manner, which is fine. We can now play around. For example, if you want it in descending order, you can sort that in descending order as well. Okay, then this is how it will continue. If you want to be in ascending order, then you can do that as well. And this is how this will continue. Fine. So that's the way to map it for now. Maybe I can do what I can do is I can clear the sorting. Okay. So I will, yeah, this sorting is not over here. What I will do is here I will go for descending order. And as you can see, this is how this looks like right now. Fine. Now the next part is about the properties which are available. So here you have the total. Like if you want, you cannot, if you don't want to show the complete total, you can skip that. So that's, that complete total will disappear. As you can see, we have the 711 rows, which is fine. That's the total number. Like if you count each one of them, that's come 711. So if you don't want to show it, or if you want to use the last bucket, so this is how it will use. Okay. So basically the last will be nothing but a bucket. But if you want to use that as a last bucket, this is how it will be. Now for this one, maybe you can actually go for sort ascending. I think in that way it will make sense to have this as a last bucket where it will show up in this manner. Fine. Anyways, for now I will go for sort descending, which is fine. And I think here I can keep it as compute total, which is also fine as of now. Fine. If you go for none, this is how it will look like. For now, I think I can keep the compute total. Now the total label, you can mark the total label. So for example, I want to say it as total stage. So I can just say it as total stage. That is also fine. Okay. Now, of course, how you want to show the values. If you don't want to show the value, if you want to show the value as compact number, okay, if you want to show it as number, or if you want to show it as percentage, anything we can do it. So here, of course, the compact number and all we can go for if we go for sum of amount or average of amount, which is fine. Now, if of course here we don't have any negative values, negative is completely dead. But if you want to mark, like if you want to mark the start and total through some different colors, for example, the total I want to mark by a different color, let's say purple. Okay, so I can go for that. Fine. And the start, if you want to mark by some other colors, you can also go for that. So maybe the start, if I want to go for yellow color, maybe. Okay, so that's up to you how you want to design it. And after that, of course, the x-axis and y-axis we can always play around. There's nothing much of a difference. I mean, it's similar to what we walked through. And of course, the tooltip, trellis, chart marks, and conditional formatting also remains the same. Okay. So this is how the waterfall chart looks like. If you see, fine. So it's more like a waterfall, and you can go for here. Of course, you can go for the sorting of ascending or descending depending upon how you want to present it. And you can play around and skip the total, or if you want to don't want to show anything, or if you want to show the final one and is a bucket. So as you can see here, one option was there where you can show the final part as a bucket. The total, you can use the last bucket as well. Okay, so that's about this waterfall chart. Now, very quickly, what we will do is we will again open this and walk through the trellis as well, and we will check how it looks like if we have a trellis into consideration. Now, what I will do is I will again go for the stage. Okay, under trellis, maybe okay. So let me just switch to waterfall. And under trellis, what I will do is I will go for maybe the stage bucket. Okay. So as you can see, like this is how this complete thing of the trellis look like, where you have a stage, you have the count of rows, and this is how it will look like if you go for trellis. And even if you now play around with the options, you will have variety of options. Okay. So for example, you can go for none compute, use last bucket. Okay. You can mark the total level, and you can go for various kind of option where you can mark the different colors. Again, for example, let's say for the start, I mark it as this yellow, and maybe for total I can mark as purple. Okay, so this is how it will look like. Fine. So yeah, for close stage, of course, you have this two only, so others will not make sense. So that's why maybe we can put a filter, and yeah, somewhere at the different stage we can learn like how to make it more presentable. But yeah, here also like it's completely fine the way it's done. Okay. So yeah, that's it about this one. And yeah, for example, if I go for so descending, I think here at least it will make sense. Okay, I think the stage going by descending, yeah, doesn't make sense, which is fine. But anyways, like this is how it looks like. Maybe I will revert it back. This is how it comes up when it comes to the trellis option. Okay. So yeah, that's about this one, the waterfall chart. So firstly, as we can understand, like to display the waterfall, we need definitely one field for bars and we need one field for bar length, which is completely fine. And either we can have complete zero field for trellis. Okay. That's the way it looks like. And as you can see over here, like on the waterfall chart, can have that option of showing the total how you want to show it, whether you want to compute the total or you want to use the last bucket or you don't want to use anything. We can use the label and you can show the value as the way we want to. Okay, and definitely here is the number of digits how you want to map up. Okay, so here of course we don't have the summation, but the number of digits as we walked earlier, especially the number even where type is compact number. Okay, trailing zeros are removed. Okay, and you have different variation for color. So whatever positive things you have, like here we don't have anything negative, that's why you don't see the red, but positive things will be seen in green. Okay, and you can choose the different colors for all these options as well. Fine. So here we have the total, the starting as well. Okay, so that's all about this one. And yeah, the axis is y axis we can play accordingly as well. So I will just very quickly save it as formatting options under waterfall chart. I will save it in my recipe data set, and here formatting options under. Okay. Now, probably what I can do is I can very quickly walk you through the stacked waterfall as well. Okay. And maybe in the succeeding sessions, we can walk through three of this. But yeah, maybe what I will do is I will very quickly just duplicate this one because the options are quite similar. So I think I can cover in these sessions only. So what I will do is I will again open that data set. And here I will jump back to the stacked waterfall. So basically stacked waterfall, as you can see, it is something which I can again take a note in my notepad. Fine. And here, if you see, we need one for bars, one for palette, and one for bar segments. So what I can do is for bars, I can definitely go for the same thing, and just for the bar segments, I can go for, let's say, the stage bucket. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is how this looks like. So you have the closed stage, the open stage in this color. Okay, and this is how the whole thing looks like. Fine. So that's the thing about this one, the closed stage and open stage, and this is how it looks like. And here, like if you go for the formatting option, I think the formatting option is the same. Like if you want to show the compute total or you want to use the last value, okay, then of course this is how it will look like. Fine. So here it's marking the stages. So the colors are being marked by this bar segments. If you see the closed stage and open stage, that you will get to know by this colors. Okay. And if you want to show the total, you can use the compute total. Okay. So out of this, how many are basically having closed stage, how many are having open stage, that is also being marked. And subsequently here also it's being marked the color. We already know the closed row and closed rows falls under closed stages, so we can differentiate over here. And of course after that, the axis title completely remains the same. Here also you can have the total label, you can show the values, and you can go for number of decimal digits. Okay, so yeah, this is all about this stack. If you see, it's just like stacking one after the other, and where different segments are being calculated by this colors. Okay, the segment. Maybe if I choose something over here, let's say I choose industry, for example. So what I can do is maybe if I go for industry, Like here also it comes up, but yeah, it looks a bit untidy. So maybe here I will go for stage bucket, which is fine. And maybe under bars, I can just go for industry. Okay. Yeah, so for industry, if you see, like, these are the closed stage opens and this is how the color differentiates. Yeah, like this is how you can understand, like, how many, for example, in agriculture, how many closed stages you have, how many open stages. So this is a proper representation if you see overall, where, for the industry, we get to see like how many closed stage open stage, and this can actually help the client to know, okay, how these are the industry where, I have more of maximum open stages, and this is where I have to put a lot of work and ensure that, things get closed. So this is more like a proper implementation for the stack waterfall chart, a typical use case. And yeah, that's it about this one. So we walked through this formatting options which are available under the waterfall chart, as you can see. And at the same time, we also walk through the stacked bar chart. I just a stacked waterfall chart. I just used a different variation just to help you understand how it looks like. And of course, after that, you have the trellis option where you can further check it. For example, let's say on the trellis, if I give something like stage, so yeah, this is how it looks like. So it doesn't make sense right now. So what I will do is, I will delete this one. I will here go for again the stage. Sorry, here I will go for the stage. Sorry, stage bucket here. Here I will go for stage. And maybe under trellis, I don't have those kind of tools where few options I can go for. But let's say I go for something like industry that is on the trellis part. So again, this is how it completely looks like. Maybe I can just filter out for industry, let's say agriculture and consulting, just to show you two part of it. So let's say I go for agriculture and apparel so that I can make it a bit neat and make it more presentable. And this is how it looks like if you go for trellis. Okay, so trellis is like more of a different box kind of an option where you can go through, as we have seen over here. Fine. But overall, it's like stacked one after the other where you can differentiate. So the difference is like under waterfall chart, you have just one field where you get to see by the colors what this is. Like here we have something called as the, like it was showing up over here, right? The total. So we have the positive, the negative, the total and the start, and that's how you can differentiate between the colors. But here additionally what you can do, you can actually have that option where you can differentiate between colors. You can bring two dimension at one go. Fine. So maybe I will just revert back to that one. Okay, so yeah, state bucket as of now is fine, so that at last when we go for the difference, we can understand each one of them. And yeah, I will just quickly save it as formatting options under stacked waterfall chart, and I will save it in my recipe data set. Okay. So yeah, let me just save this. And yeah, that's it about this one. So basically, this is all about the waterfall chart. I will just close this one, a waterfall chart, and the stacked waterfall chart. And yeah, in our next session, we will actually walk through the other variations, the funnel, origami, and sand. Okay. So yeah, that's it about this one. And yeah, let's meet very soon in our next video.